Dr. Sara Gottfried discusses the alarming prevalence of autoimmune conditions, noting that about 10% of the global population, or over 800 million people, have a diagnosed autoimmune condition. However, she emphasizes that the actual numbers are likely much higher. Many individuals with autoimmune diseases face a 7 to 14-year delay in diagnosis and often see 4 to 6 doctors before receiving a correct diagnosis. Dr. Gottfried highlights that post-pandemic, rates of autoimmunity, the pre-disease state, have dramatically increased. Laboratory testing now shows that about 30% of seemingly healthy individuals have positive anti-nuclear antibodies, indicating potential autoimmune issues. This makes autoimmunity relevant to a much larger portion of the population than previously thought. The early warning signs of autoimmune conditions vary widely due to the existence of over 100 known autoimmune diseases. Symptoms depend on how the immune system attacks specific tissues in the body. For instance, rheumatoid arthritis affects joints, while Hashimoto's thyroiditis targets the thyroid gland. Dr. Gottfried notes that Hashimoto's, affecting about 33% of people with positive thyroid antibodies, can manifest as hair loss, weight gain, symptom fluctuations, constipation, and loss of the outer third of the eyebrow. She emphasizes that many early warning signs are subtle and nonspecific, making it challenging for individuals to connect them to potential autoimmune issues. Dr. Gottfried introduces the concept of the three-legged stool of autoimmunity, originally discovered by Dr. Alessio Fasano. The three requirements for autoimmunity are: 1. Genetic predisposition. 2. Increased intestinal permeability, leaky gut. 3. A trigger, which could be a virus, bacteria, toxic stress, or trauma. She explains that all three elements must be present for an autoimmune condition to develop. This framework applies to various autoimmune diseases, despite their different manifestations in the body. A significant focus of the conversation is the impact of trauma and chronic stress on autoimmune conditions. Dr. Gottfried reveals that in 80% of people with autoimmune diseases, they experienced a major trauma before diagnosis. She discusses the concept of adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, and their correlation with various chronic diseases, including autoimmune conditions. An ACE score of 1 or higher is associated with a greater risk of over 45 different chronic diseases. She shares her personal ACE score of 6 and emphasizes the importance of addressing trauma in treating autoimmune conditions. Dr. Gottfried contrasts the approaches of conventional medicine and functional precision medicine in treating autoimmune conditions. She explains that conventional medicine often focuses on disease care rather than prevention, typically resorting to immune-suppressing medications once a diagnosis is made. In contrast, functional medicine looks at the whole organism, considering various systems in the body to determine how to adjust lifestyle factors for better gene-environment interactions. She illustrates this difference with a case study of a yoga teacher with early signs of rheumatoid arthritis, showcasing how a functional medicine approach led to significant symptom improvement without pharmaceuticals. The conversation delves into various lifestyle factors that influence autoimmune conditions. Dr. Gottfried discusses the role of diet, sleep, stress management, and environmental toxins in triggering or exacerbating autoimmune responses. She emphasizes the importance of addressing these factors to create a state of homeostasis in the body. The discussion touches on the potential benefits of elimination diets, particularly removing gluten and dairy, as well as the use of supplements like L-glutamine to support gut health. Dr. Gottfried is a strong advocate for using wearable technology to measure physiological regulation, particularly heart rate variability, HRV. She explains how these tools can provide objective data about one's physiology, especially for individuals who may struggle with body awareness due to past trauma or medical training. She recommends devices like the Oura Ring and Garmin for tracking HRV and other health metrics. She encourages people to conduct personal experiments, observing how different activities, foods, or stressors affect their HRV and overall well-being. A significant portion of the conversation focuses on the potential of psychedelics in addressing trauma and autoimmune conditions. Dr. Gottfried shares her personal experience with MDMA-assisted therapy, which she found revolutionary in resolving childhood trauma and improving her relationships. She notes that her anti-nuclear antibody levels normalized after this treatment. While acknowledging the power of psychedelics, she also mentions other methods for achieving healing states of consciousness, such as holotropic breathwork, meditation, and yoga. An interesting point raised in the discussion is the potential benefit of strength training for individuals with autoimmune conditions. Both Dr. Gottfried and the host share anecdotal evidence suggesting that regular resistance training can help regulate the body, potentially reducing autoimmune symptoms. Dr. Gottfried hypothesizes that the increased body awareness and physiological regulation that comes with strength training might play a role in mitigating autoimmune responses. Dr. Gottfried recommends genetic testing as a valuable tool for understanding one's predisposition to autoimmune conditions. She suggests the 3x4 genomics test, which examines 157 different gene variations and their relation to functional health. However, she cautions that while genetic information is useful, it's just one piece of the puzzle in addressing autoimmune issues. Towards the end of the conversation, Dr. Gottfried emphasizes the critical role of healthy relationships and a sense of purpose in managing autoimmune conditions. She notes that individuals with high ACE scores may find themselves in non-nourishing relationships, which can exacerbate health issues. She encourages listeners to examine their relationships and make changes where possible to support their overall health. Additionally, she stresses the importance of finding purpose and meaning in life as a way to support healing and resilience. Throughout the conversation, Dr. Sara Gottfried presents a holistic view of autoimmune conditions, emphasizing the interconnectedness of physical, mental, and spiritual health. She advocates for a personalized, multifaceted approach to addressing autoimmunity, incorporating elements of functional medicine, lifestyle modifications, trauma resolution, and potentially psychedelic-assisted therapies. Her insights offer hope and practical strategies for the millions of individuals affected by autoimmune conditions, encouraging them to look beyond conventional treatments and explore a more comprehensive path to healing.